Hello everyone, I'm Ayuko Onoue. Today, I'd like to show you how paper can come alive through AR. First, let me introduce myself. I'm a Japanese papercut artist and WebAR engineer living in Munich. As an artist, I work under the name Kageori. I combine analog papercut art with digital technology. Not only AR, sometimes I also develop web apps. Anyway, I'll show you some examples today. In short, what I do is combining papercut art and digital technology to create magical storytelling. It's not just a tech demo. It's a way of telling stories. So let's take a closer look. This birthday card is an interactive AR card I made for my husband. At first, a plain sponge cake appears. Then you can find hidden ingredients: cream, orange, blueberry, and strawberry. And then you can bake the cake. To make the AR experience more exciting, I focused on UX design in 3 ways. First, I designed the card like a hidden picture game. Inside the papercut, you can discover the fruits and cream. By tapping them, you can make the cake, so it feels interactive and playful. Second, I added sound effects and background music. So it's not only visual, but also immersive through sound. Third, I blended physical and digital. On the physical card, I placed only a papercut knife and fork. The cake appears in AR. Together, the papercut art and AR complete the experience. Through this card, you can enjoy the story of baking a cake yourself. This design features Fūjin, the wind god, and Raijin, the thunder god. The dog represents Raijin, and the snake represents Fūjin. I used the device orientation feature to make it interactive. When the device tilts towards the dog, lightning and energetic animations appear. When tilted towards the snake, wind effects emerge. When balanced, both guardians return to their calm presence. I wanted to create a living shrine stamp, combining cultural symbolism with sensor-based AR interaction. It's an exploration of how traditional stories and symbols can meet digital technology and become alive again. So this is AR business card. When you scan the business card, fire and phonics appear, along with a short melody. Tap the fire and you see my links, and tap the phonics and the speech bubble shows my latest updates, like where you can meet me next. I didn't want this card to end up in a drawer. It's a doorway you can open again and again to follow how my story continues. So far, I've shown you my recent WebAR works, but I also create other projects that combine papercut with digital. For example, the left one is Peppa's Adventure, a papercut point-and-click book. The characters and backgrounds are all handmade papercuts. Peppa, a paper fairy girl, uses her magical paper powers and goes on an adventure. It's built with HTML and CSS and JavaScript. The game engine was made by my friend, but I did the characters, animations, movements, and voice acting. On the top right, you can see 10 dreams of the goldfish an AR picture book with my original story. On the bottom right, you see AR Hyakkyaku. The picture scroll of Hyakkyaku is a famous Japanese artwork of monsters and ghosts. When you hold your device over my papercut, AR monsters appear. The AR for this book and scroll was created in Unity with AR Foundation. Sometimes I use Unity to develop AR because it creates a stable experience. But mostly I use WebAR. I used to work with AR.js and MindAR, which are free JavaScript libraries. These days, I often use AceWall. It's now free and very stable. There are two reasons I use WebAR. Users don't need to download an app. It's easy and accessible. You can share the experience with QR code. From a developer's perspective, it's also very convenient. There's no compiling or App Store review process, so I can quickly bring my ideas to life. I believe that creating is delivering stories where they truly belong. It's ideal for me that people by chance find the stories they wish. I aim to share stories, whether original narratives, historical accounts, or traditional tales, with those who need them. My goal is to show them many beautiful things in this world. To deliver stories, I will craft interactive and immersive experiences. Thank you for listening.